Okay, this spreadsheet contains cattle tracking information using a format that I just thought of on my own. Here we have a tag, so a specific cattle, cow, steer, bovine, whatever you want to call it. I'm probably not using correct rancher terminology, but there we go. They've got a tag, they've got a color and a specific weight. And again, this is all just random data that I generated, but this type of scenario happens frequently. We have several pieces of data embedded in the tag ID, and we want to extract that information. So the ranch ID is the first three letters of the tag. Then we've got the birth year, some in the future, that's fine, and the temperament of the animal. So in column D, we want to use the left function. This left function is going to be probably the easiest part of this assignment. So we say left, we refer to cell A3, and we know that the ranch is going to be 3 characters, so we're just going to take 3 characters, and we're going to extract that ranch information for all of these tags. So that's good. Now, we need the mid function to extract the year born. So this won't be terrible. So we're going to say mid. The text will be the tag ID. So the start, fortunately the year always starts on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th character. And the number of characters every year, there are 4. Fortunately, they're all the same. We don't have any 2-digit years or anything. So we can say 4 for the number of characters. And let's see what that gives us. 2016. So that's good. All right. The tag length. This is just an intermediate calculation to help us extract the temperament. So we're just going to say len of the tag. So that length is 16 long. And we can copy this down. So these tags are going to be different lengths because we've got a bunch of different temperaments of different lengths. So we have one who is melancholy. I don't know what that would look like in the field, but there we go. Now let's find the position of the colon there. So we're going to use the search function. So the we got find text within text and start number. We're going to ignore start number because we don't need it in this particular search situation. So the text that we're looking for, that we want to find, is the colon. Put that in quotation marks. Within the text will be a reference to the tag ID. Okay, so it's going to be 9. It's going to be the same for all of them because we got a 3-character ranch, 4-character year, and then, a couple of extra characters, the dash and the colon. That's fine. So in column H, we're going to use the right function to extract the temperament from the tag ID. So we want to say right. So the text is the tag ID. So the number of characters. So here, let's just count out anxious. How many characters is anxious? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're looking for 7 characters. I can get that by subtracting the tag length from the position of the colon there. So for the number of characters, I can just take tag length minus the position. Close that off with the parentheses, and I get the temperament is anxious. I can copy this down, and so we can see here for the melancholy bovine, this one is much longer. It's 20 characters long. That's the total tag ID. So we just want the last 11 characters from the right. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is good. So we've separated these different pieces of information from this tag ID without modifying any of the original data. We didn't have to go type everything out. Retyping everything would just be a terrible, terrible idea. Now we want to create a new tag. So we're going to use the equals concat function to create a new tag composed of the year born, weight, and ranch. And so we're going to separate these by a /. That's just what we want. We don't want that equal sign in there. I'll fix that. So concat. So we want the year, comma, and then for text2, I'm going to manually put that / in there, manually in my formula. We want the year, then we want the weight, comma, put our / in there, and then we want, what was it? The range. Okay. ATX. Looks like we got a little bit cut off there. Then it says, then add a space before and after the slashes to make it a little bit more readable. Okay, so how would we do that? That's not too tricky once we got this working. We would just add a space on the sides of the slash. So that would work out just fine. So now I've got my new tag ID. For whatever reason, I want to take my original tag, modify it, create my new tag. And I've done this all with formulas, so I've never had to retype any of my data, which is absolutely critical.